This is Lambo's Water Sports, featuring the Big Brother, featuring Silent Sports Network. Total Pro Day, so to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, check the merch out at TotemPoleNation.com. All right, all merch is there: hats, hoodies, t-shirts, cups, everything on the merch on sale, and it's affordable. All right, we're not Barstool. Barstool is a little bit overpriced, but it's a different topic for later. Big 12 rivalry. Oklahoma ranks number 6. Hadn't been ranked this high since like the Bob Stoops era, Sam Bradford era. It's been like a while back since Oklahoma was this good.
Baker,
like as far their number 6.
Didn't Baker and them go to the college football playoff?
Before 1 year before that, I'm talking about like before that, before 2019 or before the whole Lincoln Riley, Kyler Murray jump. Like
Baker went to the college football playoff with them. They lost to Georgia.
I'm talking about being ranked, like ranking wise. Like when they went there.
Yeah, they've got to be ranked 4 to get in there.
Well, pardon my correction. My bad. This is the best Oklahoma team that we've seen probably in undefeated wise, maybe since Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Lincoln Riley days. Let's just do that. I'm just remembering of the Bob Stoops, Sam Bradford. That's what I remember. I remember the Sam Bradford versus Tim Tebow. I was going all the way back. But Oklahoma has surprised a lot of people. Oklahoma's win total was supposed to be 6 or 7, but they overmatched it because last year they were 6-6 with a bunch of injuries. They didn't really have Dillion Gabriel for half the year, but now with Dillion Gabriel, 7-0. Last year they were 6-6. Now I understand Brent Venables, the second-year head coach, is from Clemson. He brought in a very tough physical defense, and Oklahoma is not really known for defense, but they're working on it. Lincoln Riley hasn't improved the defense at USC. That's a different story. But at least Brent Venables is trying. But they already have some offense. Now, Kansas does not have Jalon Daniels. He's been hurt for a month. So Kansas is still 5-2. They're still good. But I feel like in order for them to be a threat to Oklahoma, you got to have Jalon Daniels. Now, the backup quarterback that is starting, his last name is Jason Bean. Jason Bean is the guy that's been playing. He is a senior. He's somewhat consistent. So far, he has 9 touchdowns and 2 picks. We'll see if he gets a starting job this week or if Jalon Daniels comes back. I don't know. It's a back injury. We don't know how severe the back injury is. By the way, Kansas did just come off a bye week, so he did have a little bit of time to heal. But I'm going to take Oklahoma to win this game. I think it will be very close. It's on the road at Kansas. It's going to be close, and it's going to be one of those games where you may suspect the blowout, but it's college football. You never know. So I'm going to take Oklahoma in a close one because Dillion Gabriel is going to be clutch when it matters. Now, if we had college football fantasy, like player-wise, yeah, we'll be having a lot of points. That's a lot of guys to draft from there.
Yeah, I've got Oklahoma as well, and my final score definitely depends on who's starting. If Bean is starting, I think they get blown out. What's his last name? Damn. If the original
No. Jalon Daniels.
Yes. If he is starting for Kansas, I think this game could be within the spread, which is only 10. I think it could be close. But if Bean starts, I don't trust him throwing the ball at all. I mean, I understand he doesn't put the ball in harm's way. So that is obviously a very great trait to have as a quarterback. And it comes with, I'm sure, his experience being a senior. But when he's played against a good defense, and Texas isn't even the best defense in the Big 12, but he threw the ball for 43% and 130-something yards. And I'm pretty sure in another game where they played a legit team and not some FCS school in which Bean has gone off. I think he threw like 70% in the opening game against some FCS school. And that's fine, but that's kind of inflating his stats a little bit, I think, because when he's played decent teams, he has not thrown the ball well, or he hasn't been expected to throw the ball at all. And he's like, I think he threw like 16 passes in a game or something like that. He is going up against the defense that allows the least amount of points and fourth least yards in the Big 12. So like you mentioned, Venable, has brought over a hard-nosed defense mindset and it's kind of flipped the Oklahoma blueprint of how they go about defense in the Lincoln Riley era, at least. Like I said, the line is Oklahoma -10. ESPN's prediction machine has it at like 87% for OU. And Dillion Gabriel has been one of the best quarterbacks in the country this year, 19 touchdowns to 3 picks. Most passing yards in the Big 12. He's got the most touchdowns in the Big 12. First in the Big 12 in pass completion with 71.2. And I say he's first because the leader is Daniels from Kansas, but he only played 3 games. So I'm not it'd be kind of weird to count a dude that has 90 attempts versus a guy that's got 200 attempts when it comes to completion percentage. So he's first in all the major passing categories. And like I mentioned, their defense has definitely turned into a legit defense that could stop people and not just what we're seeing USC do with Lincoln Riley. On the Kansas side, though, I don't want to not give them credit. They have the 4th best rushing attack in the Big 12. They have 2 top 12 running backs in the Big 12 with Devin Neal and Daniel Hishaw. Devin Neal is 5th in the conference with 660 yards, 7.3 yards a carry, 6 touchdowns. And then Daniel Hishaw Jr. has 437 on 6.4 a carry and 6 touchdowns as well. So their ground attack is very good. It just so happens they're going against one of the best defenses in allowing yards in the Big 12 and consequently in the country as well. Kansas does get sacks. They're tied for 2nd in sacks in the Big 12 with 18. But I don't know if it's enough to overcome this Oklahoma team that we've seen dismantle lesser opponents and then compete and win against competitive ones, more specifically in Texas, who was the number 3 team in the country at that time. So like I said, it depends on who's starting at quarterback. But if it's Bean, which I'm kind of expecting it to be, I think they get blown out.
Right. Next episode, we got to talk about some SEC football. Number 1, Georgia versus Florida. Now, still not sold on Florida, but the last time I checked, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, Graham Mertz had the least turnovers in probably all of college football. He only has 2 interceptions the whole entire season. I mean, my God. Now, I don't think he's all of that, but Georgia is still the best team in college football. We will let you know our picks between Georgia and Florida. They're 5-2, but they have a tough schedule going forward. They play, Georgia this week, LSU. They still probably got to play A&M. So, Florida still might be 6-6. But to all you spoiled Florida fans out there, this is not the Tim Tebow.
You made him mad. You made him really mad when we did the recruiting video for Florida. They were mad at you. They were mad at you.
Good. They hadn't been good. I'm with you. They ain't been good. They get mad at me. You better get mad at the coach.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You gotta get mad at the coach. I don't think Billy Napier is a good coach. I don't think Billy Napier is a good coach, but I'll talk about that next. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, Total Pole Nation. This is Lambo's Water Sports. We'll catch you in 5 minutes. Like I said, Florida days are over.